Fox Sports Trending now.
Let's give them something to talk about. How about love, 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 scuba, now, daddy, dig it. I don't know.
Oh, man, it's a good Saturday. I can feel it. I feel great because I didn't have to do the shock and awe workout at Citrus Valley on Thursday. I just watched and shot video, so I feel great today, Jeff.
You weren't doing push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups and all those
Coach
things?
Smolin said, hey, bring out your sneakers. We're going to run you through these drills. I was like, oh, you know what? I got this big camera. I got to do this for work. I'm kind of busy.
I don't even know. You know, I used to be able to do pull-ups and push-ups and sit-ups. I can maybe do like 5 sit-ups. I can probably do a few push-ups, but I can't do a damn pull-up to save my anything.
It's
There's
tough.
No way. Too hard.
And the stuff they were doing is even tougher.
They were dragging guys around.
Yeah, you got to, man.
Yeah.
You got to save your man, right?
Exactly.
We got Citrus Valley football here in studio. We're going to talk about their Marines shock and awe workout. It's an annual thing they do. Kind of sets the tone for the rest of the season for the Blackhawks. So we're going to talk high school football with Citrus Valley. In our second segment, he's a friend of the show, and he's not coaching this year. It's the great Vinny Fazio. He's going to help us break down some headlines, Jeff.
Semi-retired, coming in to grace us with his info and knowledge.
Semi-retired.
Semi.
Not completely.
Yes.
He's still out there.
He's on the market.
But he's going to help us. We're excited because he's going to help us with our sports coverage, specifically football this fall, as we do shows and live games and stuff. So Jeff and I are super excited about having Vinny Fazio on board to help us break down some of the big games and storylines today. And then also, intern Cullen went and caught up with Nat Berhe at Colton High School yesterday.
Intern Cullen is everywhere.
And he said they were very appreciative we were out there. They love seeing the camera. Cullen got an exclusive interview. It was great.
Wow.
So, Jeff, I got one bone to pick with you before we start the show.
Okay.
You're the only guy I know that drives through Starbucks and says, can I get a large coffee?
Because, hey, I'm not saying that vente stuff. That is the weakest thing in the world. Just give me a large coffee.
Full disclosure, I'm on the phone with Jeff this morning. He's like, hold on, I'm getting a coffee. Do you want one? I was like, sure. And I know he's at Starbucks. And he's like, can I get a large coffee?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not being that sensitive guy. I'm not going to call him a barista. You make my coffee. I want cream and sugar. I don't want any other yahoos making my coffee. That's it. Just coffee. Large.
Hello? Anybody home?
But you didn't get the chocolate and whipped cream one like you usually
No,
get.
because I usually do that. And all full disclosure, when you go get me a coffee, I'll say, give me something foo-foo, because deep down I'm thinking about you ordering this goofy drink that I would never order, but I like the taste of it.
Yeah, because they see me and I'm ordering it.
Yeah, but they see me ordering that, they're going to laugh at me, and then it's embarrassing.
We got to get to Citrus Valley football. It's brought to you by our very good friends over at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. You'll be spoiled by their excellent customer service. Great prices right off Alessandro Boulevard here in Riverside. We love you, Bill Navigado. And Bill also has a shaved head. So I think that's going to go over well with our audience here in studio today. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire and still going strong, taking care of all your sporting gear needs, plus Letterman's jackets. Check out kensportinggoods.com. Fandom House Studio, nobody has better sports edits than Fandom House Studio. They also do senior pictures, wedding photos, fandomhouse.com for more details, and Boost Performance, training athletes of all levels. Check out our good friend Ray Bass, former Corona Centennial star, San Diego State. He's got Boost Performance training popping off right now on social media. You should check it out. I know you like those posts.
Yeah, they had a couple NFL guys stop by this week, I noticed.
They did. I saw, was it Cameron Hunt?
Cameron Hunt,
Centennial guy, Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
They got guys always passing through there, so check them out, boosttrainingsystems.com. Join us here on the show. They're very, very busy. They've got a big lineman competition. I know Coach Smolin's going to run over there, check out his Blackhawks. He's got a great line. They won the lineman competition at Paloma Valley High School this past week. Coach, before we dive into the Marines, let me ask you real quick. I mean, you must be excited about your line and winning the Paloma Valley lineman competition. You're at La Sierra today. You feel pretty good about the guys up front?
Well, yeah, of course. It all starts up front. We're so proud of the big guys that have been working hard. We had a young group last couple of years, and they're coming of age right now, so they're working hard, and it's good for them to compete and get some recognition, because you know how it is with the guys on the line. They don't really, get their name in the paper too much.
Yeah, all the skill guys, they get the stats and the pictures.
They're always good-looking guys. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
It is. It's messed up. But we got to give the linemen some love. We got Citrus Valley football here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350. Coach, you also brought in your DC, Nathan Goodland over here, former staff sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps. So let's give him a round of applause real quick.
Hey,
we love the military on our show. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We got our shock and awe. I think it's behind Geoff. Geoff's just so big we can't see it.
Yeah, I'm a large man.
But it is hanging up in our studio. Yeah, and we've also got Matt Holbert, school safety corporal, also in the Marine Corps, formerly, right? But I guess once you're in the Marines, you're always a Marine, right? Okay. So you guys had your shock and awe workout. Coach, I've been out there several years in a row. I love it. I think it's great. I'm a huge fan of it. Why do you think this kind of sets the tone maybe and get your guys ready for a big season?
We always do it the first week of summer. We get the freshmen going, and you know, it's usually the end of the last week of their first week, and they kind of get indoctrinated to our program and see what Citrus Valley is all about. It creates that family atmosphere and that brotherhood that we preach, to get the seniors and the upperclassmen to connect with the freshmen to see what these guys are all about. We make it kind of a buddy system so they kind of work with each other. So we really appreciate your support, you know, coming out every year. And we got a hat for you to match your shirt.
Oh, nice. I'll throw that on right now.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
All right. And, you know, you guys do so much, you know, recognize our school, our community, and we really appreciate it.
So I know it's very serious out there, and you know, you guys are, you know, giving them some Marine motivation, right? But sometimes I start cracking up to myself because some of the things that you guys say to get them motivated to do that certain drill. Let me go to Coach Goodlin over here. In the moment, do you ever, I mean, because you guys have serious faces, you know, it's like you're pushing these guys. In the moment, though, you think in the back of your head, oh, that was kind of funny. I can't believe I just heard that, or I can't believe I just said that. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, part of the entire exercise is really testing them mentally. And part of that mental challenge is testing the bearing of the kids. You do sort of say some things out of, you know, kind of off the mark sometimes. And you're trying to get the kids to respond and question themselves, like, did he really say that?
Yeah.
You know, is he really... and so it's not a matter of, you know, berating the kids or putting them down. You're really just trying to test what are they thinking about and how well focused are they.
Yes.
And I mean, I think that's really what it's all about, because then you're getting the kids dialed in 100%. They're learning how to focus mentally while also physically exerting themselves.
And not crack up when they
and not crack up.
Get in their face and call them yam heads or whatever you call them.
Well, the thing that was killing me, let me go to Matt over here, because you guys were constantly on the move, but every time they addressed you or made eye contact, you want them to say, I think it was like, good evening, sir, or good evening, gentlemen, or something like that. Just be polite, acknowledge this person that's there. It had me laughing because some of these kids, you tell them time after time after time, and it took them a couple times to kind of drill it into their head, right?
Yeah, and we do that, you know, because it's a sign of respect.
Yeah.
You know, not only for us as Marines, but for their coaches and the coaching staff. You know, when they're out there, they teach them respect and loyalty and teamwork, honor, and we try to instill that in them in this evolution. And we want them to keep that going throughout the year, because it builds the team together, brings them together in a unity. And that's what we try to instill them. Like Coach Goodlin said, yes, we're all over them, but there's a means behind the madness. Teamwork, team building. There's no I in team. There's no me. There's we. And that's what we try to get into them.
Matt, how often do you lose your voice?
I lose my voice once a year.
For the shock and awe.
Shock and awe.
I was going to say, I'm surprised you even have a voice today right now. Let me go back to Matt real quick. How close is the shock and awe workout to something you might actually really see the Marines doing?
Well, like I told the guys out there after we're done, you know, that's maybe a smidge of what they're going to see if they ever did decide to join the Marine Corps. We can only give them so much because they're not recruits, they're not Marines. We can't do certain things because of that.
Yeah.
But we give them a taste of it. And it gets worse if you go farther within the military, but we give them a taste. It's like Coach Goodlin says, discipline. We're not there to berate them. We're not there to put them down. We're there to motivate them. When they feel weak, we build them back up. You know, we say certain things to them to get into them, to they understand that we're not there to hurt them or be mean to them. We want them to understand that they can push themselves beyond anything they've ever imagined if they try hard enough. And with our assistance, we help them along with that.
Coach Goodlin, do you see like maybe a change in some guys? I know, you know, you've done this several years now, but, you know, a guy can maybe go through this shock and awe workout and you feel like, you know what, they're pushing themselves harder after seeing themselves, like you said, maybe crossing barriers they didn't think they could get past. I mean, do you kind of see that, Coach Goodlin?
Absolutely, especially when you've seen some of these guys do it from their freshman year and then move all the way up, and it's the fourth year of doing it. You can see the growth, you know, and it's that's very rewarding, especially when you're expecting in the long run. You know, we want our kids to get out. We want them to get scholarships and to go play ball at the next level. It doesn't happen all the time. So then you just kind of say, well, plan B is, did we at least prepare these guys to, attack lifehood, with, and are they men? Are they ready to become a man? So when you can see that development in them from freshman all the way to senior year, it's tremendously rewarding, because it's, you can see the freshman gets so nervous out there and they're scared, and then it's when a senior walks up and a senior is able to pull them aside and kind of square them away and say, look, man, you just need to stay focused and keep moving, and then all of a sudden it's like, click, all right, now we're building leaders, and now we're building young men to the program.
Yeah, you're saying freshmen. I'm picturing little kids' voices squeaking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then you get the seniors. Yes, sir. But no, I think in the overall, the sense of what you guys are trying to do is, kids aren't going to take plays off if they're disciplined. It comes to the end of the game, they're going to be tired, they're going to be beat. But something that you guys are instilling in them, this training, they're not going to take plays off, and they're going to always work hard for you guys. So I take my hats off to you guys because you're doing it the right way.
And the most exciting part is to see the elation as soon as it's over. I mean, they're all literally cheering. It's a rite of passage. When the seniors finish their last one, they've never been happier. It's like winning the World Series. And,
they're done.
And then the freshmen are like, wow, it's finally over.
Yeah.
So that's the exciting part, too.
We got the Citrus Valley football team here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350. Coach, so the seniors who have gone through it maybe several years in a row, I see them, like we were talking about, building up and encouraging the younger guys. Do you see that as well? Because I saw some of the seniors like, hey, you can do this. Come on, dig deep. You can do this. For some of the younger guys who maybe are experiencing it for the first time.
Exactly, 100%. Just like Coach Goodland said, I mean, that's a big priority why we're doing this, is to build our team together as one unit, one family, and create that brotherhood. And that's exactly what the Marine Corps is all about. And that's what, through adversity and challenge, we work together and support each other. And we really have a brother's keeper attitude in our program.
So the guys from the Marine Corps that were out there, are they from like the San Bernardino area, Riverside area? Where'd they come from?
These Marines that were out there with us, I get with these guys every year. They're from their recruiting station, San Bernardino, and they bring out other Marines from other recruiting stations if they can.
Okay.
They try to bring out other active duty Marines. We've had a drill instructor out there who was off cycle at the depot in San Diego. So they're more than willing to come out and help us out. They're on board with what we're doing, and they love it as much as we do. When I started this program 8 years ago with Pete, I never thought it'd be like this, and I'm glad we're doing it, because like he said, it shows a lot in these guys' attitudes and their skills and their abilities as leaders. My son went through it as a freshman, and he was smoked. He said, Dad, this is a great program, but I'm wrecked. So I'm proud of him for going through it as a freshman, but he's got many more to go.
Do you enjoy it too, Matt? Like, do you enjoy that experience and seeing these kids kind of, grow in front of your eyes?
I do, because I get to see them not only there, but I get to see them on campus as well. Mm-hmm. And I see them grow from freshmen all the way to seniors. And like Coach Smolin said, when they're seniors, you see them grow from a seed to a fully grown, and you can't ask for any more than that, the success they have. And they remember this. And we have some alumni come back and even watch and help. So that says a lot about the program.
Coach Smolin, how many years have you done this now?
We just finished our 8th year, and I want to tag on to what Coach said. Is like, we have alumni come back. We have a lot of guys that went into the service and guys that are starting their first couple years of college. We have a young man who's in Annapolis at the Naval Academy who came back to help him out. So we're proud that it's so important to them. They'll even come back this day, and support and help and motivate the kids. So they think it's special too.
That's really cool. We got the Citrus Valley football team here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE. Coach Smolin has done this for a long time. How did it first start, though? Did you have some connections to the Marines already?
Well, our big thing is starting a school is, to give us a competitive edge. I'd never done it before until we started Citrus Valley with freshmen and sophomores. And those kids are out in the field playing seniors and juniors, already had toughness and grit. But we wanted to expand on that. So after our first season in 2010, we were talking about toughness and grit and team bonding. And actually, Matt came to me with the idea. And you want to tell the story, Matt? So,
yeah, actually, I was out at work one day, and I was sitting there, and when no calls going out, kind of hanging out, and I just thought in my mind of what can we do to build a program here for our football team to make it more challenging for them than it already was. Because like Coach Smolin said, they're already going into a challenge.
Yeah.
First year, they're going against a lot bigger guys. These guys have no experience in that aspect. So I brought it to him on a scratch piece of paper, and I said, hey, what do you think about this? And he goes, I like it, put it together. And I did, met with the Marines, my contacts, drew it up, and here we are, 8 years later.
Has it changed at all? Like, is there certain drills you guys do year after year, or do you kind of tinker with it a little bit?
It's generally the same drills. We tinker with it a little bit. We always fine-tune what we feel needs to be fine-tuned. There's always room for improvement. Nothing's perfect, as much as we like to think in Marine Corps. You know, there's always room for improvement, but we try to make it challenging for the kids every year. And so they take it away, that knowing that they can do this. I always tell them, this is your fourth quarter. When you think you can't go any farther in a game, you're going to remember this day, and you're going to know, hey, I did that. I can get through the next 12 minutes of football. And I can get smoked, but I can keep going.
We've talked about, you know, just digging deep and the perseverance for themselves, but also the accountability, right, to their teammates, like, you know, following through, doing their job. And, I mean, let me go back to Coach Smolin here about, you know, we're looking at video right now of guys dragging other guys, and what was it called, like the fireman carry, where they throw them over your shoulders. I mean, you got to be there for the guy next to you as well, right? Not about just persevering yourself, but you got to look to the man next to you as well.
Yeah, and the kids understand that you're only as good as the guy next to you. So, you know, we have to depend on each other and count on each other to carry them on their backs or drag them through the wilderness. So whatever it takes to get the job done. So we're proud of that. And these two guys did an awesome job there. I mean, they're running around, they're modeling the energy and enthusiasm. And I really appreciate these two guys for really doing a great job putting this together.
Yeah, it's not like you guys are sitting on the sidelines and yelling to the kids, do this. You're running around. Yeah. You guys have the boots and the pants on. If anyone should be hot, it should be you guys. Can we get Geoff to do it next year? I mean, he looks like he wants to do it.
Give me 6 months. I'll get in shape. I don't know if I can run because I have no legs.
You just had knee surgery. You should be good to go, right?
I might be able to run around, but I just want live ammo. If we're going to do it, I want live ammo.
I don't know if they're going to introduce that.
I want pyrotechnics. I want helicopters. That's the only way I'm doing it.
Well, guys, we appreciate the time. Real quick for Coach Smolin before we let you guys go. August 25th, San G, season opener in week 0. You get excited for the season. Football always creeps up on me every single year, and now we're about a month away.
You know, we are so close, but we're in the middle of the the dog days of summer. We're in basketball and shorts basketball shorts and just running around. But we're gearing up and we're working to peak that week and give everything we got, and we're hoping for the best this season. We know we're getting better every season, and the kids have a positive attitude. There's a lot of great character and leadership qualities in our program, and and toughness, toughness, grit, and perseverance. So we're excited about it.
Well, we know you got a good line.
Yeah.
You got a good quarterback too, Jordan Pachot, who's a stud.
He's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, to do what he did as a sophomore was just phenomenal, and we're just fine tuning and getting better every day. So we're really excited about what we got coming up.
Post show.
For show? Was that what you said? For show.
There we
go. You were waiting to say that.
That's what I heard. Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. I can steal that.
Well, it's a good reminder that on August 25th will be our first show on IEMG TV. It's Sports Weekly Live every single Friday night, 11 o'clock live on IEMG TV Channel 3 and the IE Media Group YouTube channel. The only high school football show in the Inland Empire with highlights, scores, live interviews. So just a good reminder, San G, Citrus Valley, I can almost guarantee in stone that will be one of the games that we're covering that night. So make sure you check that out every Friday night, 11 o'clock on IEMG TV. Guys, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it. And thank you for your service. Another round of applause.
Yeah.
Having some Marines in studio.
Tough guys.
We love the military. Especially the Marines. They're our favorite. But thank you guys for coming on. And good luck at the lineman competition at La Sierra today, Coach.
Tell Coach Hedlund we said hi.
I will.
All right, when we come back, Vinny Fazio is going to join us in studio, help us break down some of the big high school football headlines as we go into the 2017 season. And for our online TV audience, another Boost training tip with Ray Bass coming up. We'll be right back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350.
How you guys doing? Ray Bass here again at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost training tip, it's all about top-end speed, getting our knees up. We're talking about the A-run. Come see what it's all about. Okay, so we're working on right now, you can call it top-end speed, absolute speed, max speed. Really all that means is that we're opening up our stride, getting our knees up. And one of the things we like to emphasize here is that cyclical action with the legs. So with the A-run, all we're doing is pulling our heel to our butt, stepping over and around the opposite knee, and it's all about turnover. We want to get as many reps as we can. So Jake's going to go ahead, he's going to jog to the hash, and then he's going to hit a nice and quick A-run all the way to the opposite hash. Here we go, ready? And go. Jog, 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 hit. Heel to the butt, toes up, over and around, over and around, over and around, over and around. Nice, very nice, very nice. So you want to get as many reps as you can here. You always want to have your ankle locked, toes pointing to the top of your shoe. A great drill to emphasize is getting your knees up, getting that cyclical action, the A-run. If you're not doing it, you better be doing it. And we do it right here at Boost.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
I just wanted to say that I'm a nerd. And I'm here tonight to stand up for the rights of other nerds.
We got some big nerds in the house.
Nerds.
And I'm not talking about the great Vinny Fazio. It's probably myself and Jeff. We're the big Star Wars nerds.
Yeah, we are. Hey, you know the new trailer's supposed to come out tomorrow or tonight?
Shut your face.
No, it's D23.
Oh,
Disney
that's right,
yeah.
it is.
Supposed to have a big trailer coming out. That's the word this morning. Of course, I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
You had some time on your hands.
I was watching Wimbledon and feeding babies.
You were watching some tennis?
I was watching tennis. I saw Venus Williams lose. Really, really pissed me off. I was really angry.
So my wife's grandma, we were hanging out with them last night, and she's like, "Oh, did you see who's in the Wimbledon semifinals?" And I was like, "I got to be honest, I didn't know Wimbledon was going on."
Come on. Tomorrow is breakfast and the gentleman's championship.
Breakfast at Wimbledon.
Yes.
Well, I might catch it. Maybe I'll just see the highlights of it.
I'll be up because I have babies.
Not a real big tennis guy. More of like a Marines and a high school football kind of guy,
true.
right?
That's true. That's true. Those Marines were tough. Toughest guys ever.
Yeah. It was awesome, man. We love the military on the show. So get those guys in there, salute them a little bit, for their time and their service, and now they're giving back to the high school football team, so it's awesome.
And being an educator, everybody pushes, hey, everybody goes to college. Every student goes to college. I'm a firm believer that college isn't for everyone. Military is a good opportunity for kids to become men and men to become, successful. And I think the military is a great way, so my hats are off to them.
Nothing but a ton of respect for every branch of the military, but we love the Marines here on the show as well. We're brought to you by Spoiled, quick quality oil change, Kin Sporting Goods, and Boost Performance Training. Hope you like that Boost training tip with Coach Ray Bass. And our last segment for the online TV audience. Vinny Fazio in the house. He's not coaching this year. That's the bad news. The good news is, Jeff, he's going to be helping us with a lot of our football coverage this year.
He is a free agent for all you high schools out there. And he is the man, the myth, the legend, all-knowing.
And
Vinny Fazio.
he's semi-retired, kind of like how you were semi-retired a little bit, right?
He'll get pulled back in. His wife's going to get sick of him, and she's going to say, "You got to go coach."
Is she sick of you yet, or?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be part of the Inland Sports team. I'm going to coach. I'm going to coach in 2018, but it has. I'm not going to lie, it has been kind of nice to have a little time off and not be out there running around 104 degrees. It has been kind of nice, but in the end, like Coach said, I'm a football coach, so right now it's I'm just enjoying free agency, and like I said, I'm really happy. I'm really excited to be part of the Inland Sports team. This is gonna be an awesome year.
So you holding out like those big NBA stars for that huge contract, and who's going to throw obscene money at you?
The salary cap's going to raise next year. He's going to go in.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the new cap numbers. Waiting for the new stipend. Those new $3,000 stipend numbers to go up.
So what do you do with all your free time now? Like I used to always talk to Jeff. You're so ingrained in coaching. Like, what do you do now that you have a little bit of downtime?
You know what? It's actually been good. I've gone around and seen some people. I've gone around and watched other guys practice and talked to other coaches, and it's actually been kind of good. A little bit of development from that way. And you know what? The reason I didn't want to be a head coach this year was I wanted to spend more time with my son. I've got to spend a lot of time with him. He's talking all the time, even sometimes when I don't want him to.
Yeah.
But he's awesome. I really love hanging out with him and getting to do that. So it's been good. I'm good there. I've found ways to spend the time, and like I said, I'm looking forward to this football season, getting to do some work with you guys. Actually being in the same room as Pep is nice. It's been a couple years since I've been here when Pep is here.
There was a conspiracy theory out there that every time Vinny was around, I wasn't.
Right.
Like we couldn't be in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. So it's good.
We got Vinny Fazio here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350. Like we just told Coach Smolin from Citrus Valley, the high school football season always creeps up on us. We're about a month away. There's a lot of big things that we're keeping an eye on, the big storylines, the headlines of the 2017 high school football season. Jeff and I have been tossing a lot of stuff around, so let's start with maybe some of the significant coaching changes, because every single year there's always coaches on the move, coaches popping up in new places, going to some of these marquee programs. First off, I want to start with maybe the Ron Gueringer effect. Gueringer's at Corona. A bunch of guys transferred in. Now McClure's at San Gorgonio, taking over a CIF championship team. We'll start with Jeff. I mean, your thoughts on Coach Gueringer going to the land of the Big Eights, and then now McClure going to San Gorgonio, where he's taking over a team it's young, but it's a CIF championship team.
Well, Sanji's loaded with athletes. The school is just every year they're going to get new, better athletes. So I think he's fine over there, Sanji. Gueringer is going to shake up the Big Eight. I see a big shake up here. You got Roosevelt, who is up and coming and is getting even better. But these transfers, we saw them last week at Paloma Valley. I mean, they have a quarterback with a gun that can throw it over the mountains. They've got receivers. They've got skilled guys that we haven't seen at Corona in the last few years. He's going to do some damage in that, and is going to cause some problems for a lot of teams.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And we saw, if we want to stay in the Big Eight for a second, the rise of Roosevelt. I mean, Roosevelt's going to be good. Corona's obviously trending up.
I think Roosevelt's loaded. Jeremy Moose is one of my favorite players in the area, 4,000-yard passer and 55 touchdowns. They got great receivers. Chase Williams, one of my favorite guys in the area, and heavily recruited receiver. So Roosevelt's going to be Roosevelt. Norco is supposedly as good as they've been in a while. They've got a quarterback that they really like too. Nick Lasher, as a sophomore, threw for almost 3,000 yards last year. So you got another. The Big Eight is tough, but if you haven't seen Shane Illingsworth from Corona, if you haven't seen him yet, I got a chance to go watch Corona throw against Carter a couple of weeks ago, and this guy, sophomore quarterback, Coach said he looks like Ivan Drago, big old 6'5" dude that can whip it, and if they can, they're still going to be kind of young around him. They've got some transfers, but they're kind of building around him. But if they can keep him there for 3 years and rolling, Corona High's got a chance to make some noise over the next 3 years. I really like Rich McClure and that hire at San Gorgonio.
He was with you at Marietta Valley, right?
He was with me at Marietta Valley. He's a great coach. They got guys, they're young. Kenzel Lawler is only going to be a sophomore.
Yeah, the quarterback, the son of Kenny Lawler.
Kenny Lawler,
at
defensive
SBBC.
coordinator, San Bernardino Valley. He's going to be a star. Lorenzo McMillan, one of their receivers, is maybe the fastest kid in his age group in the country. Not in the area, but in the whole country. They got a good corner named Weber. They got a running back named Slayton. running back, and they're loaded with guys. And if you saw the San G freshman team play last year, they blew everybody's doors off. That's a loaded program. I think Rich will keep that going. I'm excited about that program, and I think Ron's going to do a great job at Corona High. I think Corona High is a threat over the next 2 or 3 years to make some real noise. All you got to do in that league, all they got to do is get in the playoffs. If they can just get in the playoffs, that's the hard part when you're playing those Big 8 teams every week. Yeah. They just got to get in. If they can get in, they're going to make big time noise,
look
just
at
like Roosevelt.
Like Rose and King. Remember, King went to the semifinals in Division 5.
Absolutely. If they can get in, they're going to make big time noise.
And with the way the teams are seeded, like I say, get in, have a shot. So
yeah.
The new playoff divisions are really made for teams like Corona and teams like Roosevelt, teams that can't win their league but are still really good, because now they avoid those guys. They don't have to see Centennial again. They don't have to see those teams again down the road. So it's really designed kind of for those kind of Etowanda, those kind of teams that really have this opening where they can just get in. And once you're in, you're really more talented than most of the teams you're going to see. And so those are two teams, I think. Roosevelt, this is Roosevelt's year. They're in Division 4. They're the favorite in Division 4. They've got to win it this year, because after this year, they're going to kick up.
Yeah, that competitive equity thing just is going to throw 2 years. You have a shot.
It's really kind of what happened to Murrieta Valley. Last year was Murrieta Valley's year. Murrieta Valley needed to win it last year. That was their year, and now they're up in Division 1, where you got to deal with the Boscos and the Mater Days and the Corona Centennials of the world. So this is Roosevelt's window. It's kind of this year, and they got the right quarterback to do it, certainly.
Let me ask you, Coach Fazio. So a lot of these teams go out and they schedule somebody because they're like, okay, we want to play a really good team and we're not going to see them in the playoffs. And then the new playoff divisions come out and you're like, oh no, that team's in our playoff division now. Like, does it affect maybe scheduling? Like, are coaches maybe thinking down the road, like, let's not schedule this team because, I don't know, Ukaipa's going to move up a division and we don't want to play in another Division 5 school?
I don't know. I don't know how much goes into that. I think when you make, everybody's got different philosophy when you make a schedule. Some guys want to just schedule games you got a chance to win. Some guys want to schedule games that, a couple that you can win and a couple that'll be competitive, and then maybe a reach game. I know everybody's got kind of a different philosophy. I don't know how hard you look at, okay, well, these guys might be in our division, but they might not. I mean, that you don't really get that list until the summer. Your scheduling's already done. So a lot of it is just projecting, trying to guess who's going to be there and who isn't.
And you look at Corona, who you didn't think was going to be very good this year going into the season. They had already scheduled. They're going to play Norte Vista. They're going to play Valley View. They're going to be really tough against these teams. Norte Vista is going to have a hard time. Valley View, who's was a state finalist this year, is going to have a hard time with those guys.
Yeah, I think, like I said, a lot of it just depends on where you are and what your goals are. If you're at a school that needs to win some games, then you got to try to schedule games you got a chance to win, and get your kids some confidence and do that. But if you're at a place where you think you can make a run, I mean, you're Roosevelt this year and you think you can make a run, or you're Rancho Verde and you think you can make a run, then you need to schedule a little differently, because you might need to see, Rancho Verde doesn't see a lot of teams in their league that can compete with them. So they need to see those teams early. San Gorgonio's the same way. Their league, they've run roughshot through that league for so many years. They need to play competitive teams, and that's why I think you see them playing teams like Summit and Norte Vista they've played, and
Valley View.
Ukaipa, I think
they play, and Citrus Valley. Those are good opponents for San G, but they need to play those guys in the preseason, because once they get to the league, they're not seeing as many teams. Maybe
they're not going to be as tested.
Drupa Hills, I think, maybe can compete with them, but the rest of their league has a lot of trouble. San G's just better. They just have better players than those teams.
And so what do you do if you're a team like Heritage? Heritage, they've never lost in league.
I think if you're Heritage, you just try to find people that'll play you. I don't think people are. I think Heritage has to find, because Heritage presents the same kind of problem we used to present at Fontana. Nobody wanted to play us for two reasons. First of all, we were good. But second of all, we're so physical. And that's the thing about Heritage. When you play Heritage, not only can they beat you, they're going to beat you up. You're going to physically get beat up. And that's different from playing, a Paloma Valley who can maybe beat you, but they're not physically going to hammer you. Heritage is going to hammer you.
Tire you out.
You come out of that with guys dinged. And that's a problem. That's something you got to look at too. Do we want to take on a team that can physically beat us up, not just beat us? And I think that's why Heritage, it's hard for them maybe to find some games. But it seems like they found teams to play them.
Tom Tello across the street. He was the DC at Heritage. Now he's the head coach at Paloma Valley. Yeah, I mean, coming from a rival, maybe he knows Heritage. Obviously, he's going to know Heritage a little bit better than a lot of other people. I don't know if this is the year that Paloma beats them, but
I picked them last year, and I'm going to go with them again. It's tough.
Heritage is really good. Let me just say, Heritage is really, really good. Sherrod White is that guy.
He's the stud, right?
He's that guy.
Well, real quick, we're going to go to the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. It's our dear friend Ron Gueringer, who Coach Fazio knows Coach G really well. You know, he's at Corona High School now. Coach G, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. How about you, Pep?
I'm doing just fine. So, Coach, we wanted to bring you on the phone because, you know, Corona made some headlines, and not for the best of reasons, but we wanted to kind of clear the air a little bit. What happened at the Paloma Valley tournament, so we wanted to give you a chance to maybe speak on behalf of the Panthers.
Okay, speaking on behalf of the Panthers, first of all, we want to apologize to the Corona Northwood School District, Corona High School, and Paloma High School. It was an unfortunate incident, and I take full responsibility for that. In this regard, that, you know, sportsmanship could have been a little bit better, and there's some things that went down. But I think one of the biggest misnomers that the fight started after the incident with our young man, when he tossed the football at the young man back. There's no need for that, and we don't condone that in any matter. The fight was 10 minutes after that, and after that, we're not going to throw anybody else under the bus. But we do want to apologize, because that's not the way we're going to run a program at Corona High School.
And there was no bad blood between you and Hillcrest. In fact, you said you threw 7-on-7 against Hillcrest the previous week with no issue.
Right. Yeah, there's no issue with them at all. Like you said, we went there and we had a peaceful game, and we played a game. I think emotions get involved. You've been at those 7-on-7s. A lot of people get hyped, and it's unfortunate that we had 3 hours of good work that was taken away in about 5 minutes of some bad decision making.
We got Ron Gueringer here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350. Yeah, I was out there. Jeff Gorham over here was out there. It was hot.
That's what it was.
It was a long day. There was lightning and weather delays. Like, the whole thing, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of just like building up. Like, a lot of people were just, I think, done and just tired and frustrated and hot.
Yeah, and Pep and I were, you know, it was 110 degrees out there. It was overcast. Pep and I wanted to wrestle each other. It was just, you know, I look at it as the weather, just the whole everything. And 7-on-7, you know, guys get heated because there's no helmets, there's no pads, and you can see their faces, and it can get a little goofy, but yeah, I think it was blown a little bit out of proportion in the sense that, you know, it got the media coverage it did.
Yeah.
And like you said, you guys have both you guys, you and Brandon, have great kids, and I don't think there was any ill will.
Well, here's the bigger thing. You know, I have a great reputation out there for, you know, going places and turning around programs, and we're heading in the right direction. You know, like I said, the thing that got lost is that we were 6-0 that day. And our kids were exemplary for the most all day long. And again, that doesn't condone what happened, or, you know, but I've only been there for a short period of time, getting to know some kids because we didn't have them before. But we're really proud of where we're heading. We got several kids who have gotten D1 offers already, and a lot doesn't have to do with me, but just the kind of kid we have right now. And we have a lot of quality kids, and we're not trying to turn around a program in any way but the right way. And that means we're going to carry ourselves properly at all times.
Well, Coach G, on the field, you guys were playing great. And like you said, really turning heads. I mean, people are really talking about Corona now and what you guys can do. Of course, there's so many great teams in the Big 8 League, but this team could be really good this year for Corona. Tell us why the Panthers might have a special season.
Well, first of all, you know, it starts at quarterback, and Shane Dillingsworth is ranked in his class as one of the top guys in the country. He's already been offered scholarships by Arizona State and Colorado. Jaden Navarrete is a kid who's been offered by Michigan and Ohio State. We got a kid by the name of Marcus Johnson, who's a special DB, who's been offered by SC, and his brother is there. We've got a young kid by the name of Ron Gueringer that we think is quietly going to be a superstar. He's a super football player, wide receiver kind of guy. And then we have Zach Holyfield, who is a transfer at middle backer, who we think is going to be physical and tough. And we got Manny Allen, who's also been offered by Nebraska. And then we got some young guys, and some guys who've been there, James Mitchell, Joshua Johnson, and Juju Wallander. That, you know, with the combined group of coming in and the guys that we already have there, we're excited about where we're headed.
Well, Coach G, you know we love you on this show. We have a great reputation with you. We just wanted to give you a couple minutes to kind of clear out the air a little bit, and we know you run a great program out there, and Brandon too. Coach Brandon at Hillcrest, we got a great relationship with him, and we think Hillcrest is going to have a great year too. So we appreciate you checking in on the show today.
Hey, Pep, I really appreciate you giving us the time, and like I said, we're going to do things a first-class way. You know, when I was at San G, one of the things that, you know, we couldn't get recruiters in there, and then by the time I ended, we had 50 to 60 recruiters coming through a year, and the best thing they said was our kids were like St. John Bosco kids. And that's the same thing we're going to try to do at Corona, and our kids are going to be academically responsible as well as athletically on the field and carry ourselves in the proper way. And I thank you for the time, man. I appreciate it so much.
Coach G, you're one of the best, man. Enjoy your Saturday.
Okay, you have a great day. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Coach Gueringer. That's Ron Gueringer from Corona High School here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350. We got to get a lot more high school football chatter with Vinny Fazio when we come back. I want to dive into Murrieta Valley.
Yes.
I want to sink my teeth into Redlands. We got a lot of teams, a lot of things we still got to talk about, Jeff.
The old River Valley League that he was a big staple in for so long. Got to talk about those guys, too.
Oh, yeah, the River Valley League. Let's not forget about it. Speaking of Hillcrest, right? They're going to be good. They're going to be good.
I think Brandon's got himself a nice team over there.
League title team? Don't answer that yet.
Okay.
Right when we come back here.
It's called a tease in the business. That's called a tease.
The deep tease.
I'm just getting into this radio business, but that's called a tease, everybody.
When we come back, Hillcrest football here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
30 years, okay? Throw me a frickin' bone here.
So, Jeff, the new Star Wars trailer's coming out?
That's the rumor. Anytime you have a big Disney situation now, or a Comic-Con, there's going to be something Disney related or Star Wars related. So expect something in the next 48 hours.
See, I'm usually just thinking about two things, the Marines and high school football. My kids and wife sometimes, but usually the Marines and high school football.
That's about it, yeah.
But I might actually put that on pause just so I can check out the new Star Wars trailer.
And we do text each other quite a bit about Star Wars.
We nerd out hard.
Yeah, we do.
Your Snoke theory sucks.
There you go. Exactly.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, brought to you by Spoiled, Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, and Boost Performance Training. Big shout out to intern Colin, caught up with Nat Berhe of the New York Giants, defensive back, the pride of Colton High School. I call it the golden age of Yellow Jacket football with all those guys going to the NFL. Do you remember that, Vinny?
Oh, they were good.
Where were you coaching at the time when Colton was going through that?
The year that Colton played, one of the best games I ever saw in person, Colton at Redlands East Valley. I was at San Jacinto High School. We had a Thursday game that week, so we went to their game on Friday. And that was when Redlands East Valley knocked them off. Ronnie Fouch got hurt. Drove down and knocked them off. Great call by Kurt Brook, who's my guy. 2-point play call, and Redlands East Valley won the game. It was one of the best games I ever saw in person.
Yeah,
Greg down here's the Colton guy.
He is the Colton guy.
That was the game where Bradford and Sharice Wright came out with the championship belts on their shoulders.
Oh, they did.
Oh, they with the full on WWF tag team championship belts.
About the Colton Valverde game.
They walked out with them to the captain's meeting. To the captain's thing, they had the championship belts on their shoulders.
Wait, at the coin toss?
At the coin toss. Absolutely,
that's swag.
That happened. It was awesome. It was awesome.
All they needed was like a mic, get on the mic.
Awesome. Full heel.
Mic drop.
No, they went full heel, man. It was awesome.
Well, you can check out our interview with Nat Berhe right now on the Inland Sports channel. While you're there, please hit that subscribe button as well. And shout out to intern Bobby, caught up with Centennial and Chaparral, doing a little 7-on-7. Got an interview with Justin Diedick, who is like the top offensive lineman in the class of 2018. The White Mamba.
Yes. Have you seen the tape on him? Have you seen his tape?
Yeah.
He's really something.
You know what?
He's really something.
His dad, his little brother played at Calvary Murrieta, was a soccer star. In fact, he's at Dort College. Shout out to Billy Diedick, who's a Dort College soccer star. But
he's got great pad level. That kid has fabulous pad level. That's when you watch so many linemen play with that high pad level now, that kid gets down, he gets his hips through, and he just buries guys. You're talking about he's the real deal. There aren't very many guys where you can just go to a game and watch an O lineman. He's the guy. You can just watch him the whole game.
I was watching some video from the opening, and he was making those guys look like JV kids. I'm like, whoa, how is that even possible?
No, Jeremy McCullough and their staff, Andrew Ramers,
and Stephen Jones. I mean, they got
those guys. Yeah. Give those guys a lot of credit because those O-line guys are coached. They're naturally talented, but they're coached. You can see that those guys are really well coached.
Shout out to the White Mamba as we continue our kind of the big headlines, the big storylines for the 2017 high school football season. We were talking about some of the coaches in new places, some of the leagues. Jeff, you said this last year.
I did.
I think you picked Ramona to win the River Valley League.
I did.
You did?
I picked Ramona.
Vinny's right here.
I did. I'm a Ramona guy, true and true. I don't know the new guy. So, I'm going to have to still hope Ramona does well.
Wait, but who's going to win the league this year, Jeff?
You know what? Batdorf is not going to talk to me again for a long time.
Are you still smuggling hamburgers and tacos to Batdorf, or is that over?
Batdorf and I are still tight. We have lunch together, but I'm not picking them to win it again either.
Wait, who's going to win?
Hillcrest's going to win that league.
Yeah.
I love Batdorf. He's a great coach, and they'll be good. And Norda Vista will always be good. Hillcrest is going to win that league, and Hillcrest might win the CIF in their division. Cordell Labrie is everything that they say he is. Big and strong and fast. He cleans about 300 pounds. He's everything, and so the more times that guy touches the ball, the better. They just got guys. Hillcrest has guys. They really, that's a tough matchup for anybody in the River Valley League, and will be for as long as Hillcrest is still in that league. They have guys athletically way better than the rest of that league.
And they have skilled guys. John Ballingeri, their O-line coach. We talked to him at Paloma.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And they said, we're not talking league titles. We're talking CIF championships.
What division is that?
Like 12 or some absurd 11 or 12.
Somewhere around there.
So they have
their Valley View. Their Valley View. Yeah. They're this year's Valley View, where you looked at Valley View when that draw came out and said, oh, wait a second, Valley View's in Division 11. you look at this draw and you're like, wait, that Hillcrest team with those athletes is in Division 11 or whatever, Division 12. That's who they are.
And they better get it done this year.
Yeah, this is their year.
Yeah.
Because they'll kick way up after this year. But they, John's done a great job with them. But really, they are athletically just much, much better than the rest of the teams in the River Valley League. That's a really hard matchup in everything for the rest of that league.
Let's go from one of your former teams, Ramona, to another one of your former teams, Marietta Valley. We touched on it. Let's circle back around real quick.
The great Hank Bachmeyer.
Yeah, they knocked off Vista Marietta last year to win the Southwestern League. Can they do it again? Some of the skill guys are back, including Spiker, who went to the opening. Like, he's one of the best players on the planet right now. And they got Bachmeyer, but like you said, Vinny, they were D2. That might have been their shot.
That was, I think, as far as the CI championship, I don't think they're in the mix to beat the Corona Centennials and Modern Days of the world. I think they're very good. Bachmeyer is fantastic, and Spiker might be the best player in the whole area. One of the better players I remember in the area. They are going to have to replace that running back tandem. They had a couple of really good running backs. I don't know that they have a replacement in house unless they got a guy that transferred in. And defensively, they really struggled against better teams. So that'll be interesting to see if they can get a defense on the field that's kind of compares with their offense, how good they are offensively. But I mean, if you ask me, I would say they're probably the favorite to win the Southwestern League until somebody proves that they can stop Hank Bachmeyer out there. I think Marietta Valley is probably the favorite out there. Being in Division I, I don't know what kind of noise they can make in the playoffs. I think that's
even those first round games in Division I are like CIF title games.
I mean, you're playing Servite or you're playing Orange Lutheran or Santa Margarita. I mean, you draw Santa Margarita in the first round. That's no fun.
I remember we had Matt Logan on the show. It was still the Pac-5, but essentially the Division I. And Matt Logan said when they moved to the Pac-5 at Centennial, it was like 4 CIF championship games in a row to win that title.
Yeah, I think that's once they got kicked up to Division I, that probably reset their goals to where, now look, if you win the Southwestern League, you're phenomenally good. Yeah. So nothing. I'm not saying that, but can they beat us Corona Centennial? Can they beat a St. John Bosco? I don't think they're probably in that that conversation yet. But can they win that league? Absolutely. Can they be 10-0 in the regular season? I think that's possible for them too. They play some hard teams. They play Oaks Christian.
San Clemente
is on their schedule. But I mean, I think they can beat those teams. They beat Oaks Christian last year. That they're good. That's going to be, and that league will be better this year. Great Oak is better.
Yeah,
Great Oak's got 5 or 6 scholarship
they look
guys,
good,
and they're playing
better.
good teams.
Chaparral is better. With their offensive line guys are better. Marietta Mesa, I think, is taking a step forward. Vista, it looks like maybe has come back to the pack a little bit out there. So that should be an interesting league, top to bottom. But if you ask me today, I'd say Marietta Valley's the favorite.
And real quick, we'll run out of time. Derek Dial at Redlands High School replacing the legendary Jim Walker. He was there for a quarter of a century, but Dial played there, longtime assistant. And I got to say, this is going to be a change at Redlands. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but Coach Dial told me. He said, look for it. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. Look for a change at the Long Blue Line this upcoming season.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for them. That's a hard league. They're starting that late with a whole new staff and the way the hiring kind of went down there. It's going to be hard, but they've got guys. I mean, Redlands High's got guys.
Yeah,
they have good players.
Yeah.
So, the good players are going to have to overcome. But that's going to be a challenge. There's nothing easy about that league. It's hard. You're playing Redlands East Valley and Cajon and, Citrus Valley, Ukaipa. Ukaipa's really good again.
Carter, just get into the playoffs.
In terms of Carter athletically, and I know they've had a coaching change too, but athletically, this is as good as Carter. Carter has only had maybe one team that was as good as this team. So athletically, they're really good. So it's a slog. If Redlands can get in the playoffs, they've done a good job because that's a slog in that league this year.
Is there one more shot? Aquinas, are they going to be the real deal this year in the league?
We're going to have them on the show in a couple weeks.
I think Aquinas is going to win the CIF. And are they Division 10, right?
Yes, I think they moved up one.
I think Aquinas is going to be the CIF champions. The German kids.
The big Germans.
They're all D1 caliber kids. Vinny, we appreciate the time. Your insight, second to none. We got to thank Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Excellent customer service. They spoil you. They spoil your car. They give Jeff a flower.
Yes.
A mint. It's great. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, still dominating Letterman's jackets, cups, helmets, bats. They got it all. Phantom House Studio. Nobody has better sports edits. They also do wedding photos and senior pictures. And
my next wedding.
Your next wedding. Next time you get married, Jeff, you know where to go, man. You don't have to look around.
No.
And Boost Performance Training, of course, Coach Ray Bass and his team. They've got experience. They got passion. They're going to groom great athletes. Check out boosttrainingsystems.com. Vinny will be joining us periodically with great insight.
Pep, I need a business
play-by-play
card.
coverage.
Can you give me a business card? I need something that says Inland Sports.
I can work something up.
I need a business card.
He'll be the only one of us with a business card.
I need a business. I go to these Claremont reunions, and I got to say, hey, I'm at Inland Sports now, man.
It's official, right?
I need a business card with my name on it.
Vinny, we always appreciate the time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Shout out to Citrus Valley Blackhawks as well, and the Marines for joining us here on the
Semper Fi.
Sports Show. That's right, Semper Fi.
There we go.
The Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350. We'll see you again next Saturday.
Afternoon delight.
I don't know, Ron. That sounds kind of crazy.
Sounds like you have mental problems, man.
Yeah, you got a mental problem.